How can you take control of your life? How can you finally let go of those limiting beliefs that have been holding you back for the past few decades, stopping you from growing and leveling up? How can you step out of your comfort zone and unleash your full potential for your business and your personal life? Hi, and welcome to the Self-Worth Accelerator podcast. My name is Sonia Maria Horn, and I'm a mindset and success coach with focus on your self-worth. And every single week, I will be talking with you about how you can raise the awareness of your full potential and unleash those powerful tools for maximum wealth and inner peace. Find out everything about how to stop procrastination so you can finally empower yourself from within. You can do this, and I'm here to show you exactly how. So let's get started right now. Hi, and welcome to episode 14. Now, we are back. I've been missing in action a little lately because I've been working in the background. Now, I don't know about where you are currently, but March is the month of spring, and I'm sitting here in my office and the sun is just blazing in. It's so hot. I'm sweating and I love it. It's just spring feeling all over. And this is the month for reset. This is when Easter in certain cultures and certain religions is happening. Nuruz, it's when the whole planet or the nature revives and blossoms and just, is renewed after a winter and cold phase. So this is the time for you to reset. How are you feeling? How are you feeling in your body? How are you feeling in your mind? And I'm going to share with you today exactly what you need to do, the 3 things you need to consider to get into your lovable body, into a body that you accept, that you love, and that you celebrate, right? Because as you know, I'm a life coach and I do have the focus on self-worth because I see how self-worth affects everything in our life, our partnership, our success, our professional life, right? However, lately I've been focusing more and more also on the physical body because I know you cannot separate those two. From my own story, from my own experience, but also from the experience of my clients who come to me. They come to me because of a certain issue, something they want to change, some blocks. And very often, yes, it leads to self-worth, but you cannot separate self-love and self-worth from your body. You cannot love your body the way it is if you're not happy in it, right? So the physical body is just as important, taking care of it. And I will show you in this episode how it's all connected, and I will point out the 3 things that you can do if you experience some sort of block or some sort of repetition of behavior in yourself, in your way of eating or in your way of treating yourself, right? Because that's what it's about. So whether you love yourself deep down inside, interacts with how you treat your body, how you eat, how you treat it, how you're taking care of yourself. So it can be either a positive chain reaction to discover and to unleash your self-worth, because then automatically you're going to treat your body accordingly. You're going to treat it well, you're going to eat healthily, and you're going to exercise, meditate, take care of yourself, listen to your body, yeah? Or it works against you like a vicious circle. You don't love yourself. You're not treating your body well. You're eating unhealthily. You don't exercise. Based on old patterns and behavior that were created in the past. And that's what I'm pointing out to you today. Whether it's about self-worth, about limiting beliefs, or about eating habits. Everything is based in your belief, in your association with it that was created in the past. But we're going to go deeper in that later on. I just want to point out the connection here, okay? So it's your decision. Do you want it to be a positive chain reaction, or do you want it to be a vicious circle where you just can't get out of the old pattern? Okay, so here we go. Let's dive right in. So basically, there are 3 key aspects that you need to consider, that you need to approach. First of all, commitment and intentionality. Like in previous episodes, we don't get anywhere without actually realizing and having the awareness that change is required, that we need change, that we want change. So commitment and intentionality is the kickoff. That is the driving force behind you actually taking action, right? Number 2 is your mindset work. So even to get into your healthy, lovable, beautiful body, you have to work on your mindset. You can do diets, you can eat healthily, you can eat carrots all day, you can fast, you can do anything you want. But if your mindset and your underlying issue hasn't been resolved, you will fall back into default. The power of the unconscious mind is always there, active in the background. So work on your mindset. And 3, obviously nutrition. Yes. What do you eat? How do you eat? When do you eat? Finding the best and easiest plan that works for you. That is essential. What fits into your lifestyle, into your daily life? What does your body require? So we're going to go deeper into each point now. Commitment and intentionality. Yes, we don't change. You need self-awareness. You need to feel the pain. And I've been there. I swear, I've been there. When I haven't been in my healthy body, in my best body, when I didn't feel comfortable. I deprived myself of social events. I cancelled beautiful invitations to fantastic parties because I didn't know what to wear. And this has been going on for a long time until I realized, hey, there's a bigger picture here. There's something behind this. So, how discontent are you? How much does it bother you that you don't fit into your jeans, for example? It's about loving your body, but really not just saying it to yourself in affirmations every day. If you don't feel it, it doesn't help. Buy a bigger size. Love your body the way it is now. From that point, you can make a change. And it affects your partnership. It can also affect your professional life. Not feeling aligned with your body, not feeling comfortable in your body, is a huge aspect to most women especially, but also to men. And it's not worth it. You want to live your best life. You want to socialize. You want to go out there feeling brilliant, putting your shoulders back, stretching your chest out and feeling brilliant in yourself and feeling happy in yourself. And you attract different people. You attract more success. You're more confident. That's what I'm saying. It's all connected. Your self-worth and the way you carry your body coincides. And I can only emphasize again that I can totally relate to this because I've been there. I've been on every single stage of loving or hating my body image. I've been there, done that. And I'm telling you now, I prefer to love my body the way it is. I really do. It has such advantages. I don't want to feel bad in my body ever again. For many, many reasons. And yeah, Neither should you. So, commitment and intentionality. That's the first step. Making the decision to make a change and committing to whatever it takes to make a change. Now, like I mentioned before, mindset work is everything in this matter. Working on the underlying beliefs that are keeping you, that are stopping you from taking care of your body, taking care of yourself, and treating yourself well. Your mind is so powerful. And if you're telling yourself the same story, negative stories over and over again, you look in the mirror and you're beating yourself up, you're talking yourself down, you're finding things to criticize, that doesn't help. It brings you into that spiral, the negative spiral downwards. And the worse you're feeling, you go and console yourself again with food. Possibly. I'm describing the worst case here. And again, I've been there, done that. Now, mindset work is everything. As long as you haven't resolved the underlying issue that's making you think the way you think, that's making you feel the way you feel, that's making you act the way you act, it's challenging for you to step out of it, to step into a new behavior, a new habit. As long as you associate love with food. For example, your grandmother made you a sweet hot chocolate every time you were sad, gave you biscuits. Or your mother consoled you when you were sad, when you hurt yourself, with sweets. Or your dad, the only time your dad had time for you was when he took you to the ice parlor. You associate, your unconscious mind always will associate these things with food. Love with food is connected. So if you're feeling unloved, if you've been rejected, if you're going through a breakup and your partner broke up with you or so, you turn to food because that's your association. I'm sure I'm not telling you anything new here. However, I just want to emphasize how important it is to understand, because understanding is power, and to understand the association to the past, but also to resolve it, to disconnect those associations from each other. And that happens on an unconscious level. So understanding is power, understanding the connections. Why am I doing this? Why am I feeling this? Yeah, that's the power. And I know exactly what I'm talking about. I associated potatoes, crisps, cheese and onion flavor with my happy childhood memories in Ireland. When we went to Ireland, we always had big parties there. And it was parties meant food, sweets, unhealthy food, crisps, chocolate, trifle, everything you can imagine, pure sugar and salt. And that for me was happiness. Yeah. But understanding where this comes from, you can change your behavior instantly once it's resolved. Now, some of you are emotional eaters, and some have other times, like some eat when they're sad, and some eat more when they're happy. And I want to introduce to you Brooke Castillo, if you don't know her already. She's an amazing coach for so many people globally. And I love how she puts the eating habits into 4 sequences, in 4 categories. Now, we eat, she calls it the fuel eating, or the fun eating, the fog eating, or the storm eating. And I could so relate to those aspects when I found her categories, because I see it in every client that comes to me. I can tell exactly from the description, when you're aware of when you actually eat, it tells so much about you. And then you can work on it. So let me just give you a short outline, about what it means. Now, the fuel eating is the ideal way to eat. We eat for fuel. We give the body what it needs, what it takes on energy, minerals to grow. Yeah? And this is clean eating. Eating real, whole, natural, minimal processed food that provide you with energy and nourishment and makes you feel good in your body. So even if you just reach 80% of that kind of fuel, healthy eating, that's bliss. And like I always say, it's not about abstinence and just depriving yourself of anything. You can enjoy a chocolate bar. You can enjoy, going to McDonald's or to fast food restaurant with your kids from time to time. It's about a healthy balance, right? Now, fun eating is eating food that you love to eat that doesn't necessarily give you anything back. In other words, food that tastes great, you enjoy it, but it doesn't actually offer you real nutritional value. Like cake, wine, potato chips, candy. They just give you this instant feeling of goodness, right? And you want to pay careful attention when you're eating fun foods, just to be sure that you're receiving the pleasure that they provide. Don't feel guilty. They look like one small treat a day or fun meal a week, but the rule with fun eating is that you must enjoy each bite. That's what I'm saying. When you're enjoying that moment of pleasure, of junk food, of food that isn't beneficial for your body, like health-wise, or offers it energy and minerals and all the goodness, but then at least enjoy it. Yeah, I know people, they eat this food and then they regret. Why regret? It's done, it's dusted, it's in your body. At least enjoy it when you're eating it, right? So, the third one is fog eating. Anytime you eat without awareness, do you know those moments when you're just eating, you're munching on those chips or without even tasting them, not being aware of what you're eating? Or you're snacking on your kids' peanut butter and jelly crust when you're making lunch, just picking all the time, but not really enjoying it. And that's also, it's a way of unconscious eating. It's not enjoyable and has no purpose. It's just automatic habits. It's an unconscious munch that you're not even aware of doing. So the goal right here from today on is not ever fog eat. Sit down with your meals. Be aware of what you're eating and enjoy what you're putting into your mouth. And stop the minute you can catch yourself while you're picking. It's awareness. Again, awareness. This is key to everything. And storm eating is that binge eating or eating out of control. It's any time you can't stop yourself. You're aware that you're eating and you want to stop, but you just feel like more. You can't stop. You're out of control, literally. It's almost like you're watching another person inside your own body. And you're not in control. You can't get to stop yourself. Sometimes when you get too hungry, when you're not eating enough in between, then you get overwhelmed emotions and you just need to eat. And you eat so much that's not even healthy anymore. Yeah, storm eating is usually followed by regret and shame. Actually, binge eating. It's when you're regretting things, when you're feeling ashamed. Many times it's done in private or in hiding as well. Yeah. So the purpose and the goal is basically to fuel eat as much as we can, as much as you can. Because it's about you today. It's about your body image, about your body feeling, about you feeling good in yourself, in your body, right? And once that switch is put in your head, once it's from one side to the next, once you realize how beneficial it is, how good you feel with it, and where it comes from, that's when the real magic happens. That's when the real change happens. And there won't be any way back. Now to the most important, I wouldn't even say most important point, because it's all important actually. All 3 of them are important and are part of a process. So it's about nutrition, healthy nutrition. Which brings me back to the beginning of the episode, which was the 21-day detox program that I'm working on with my colleague. Like, she's amazing. Whenever she talks to me, that's how we got together actually. When she talks about food, what it does to your body, what it does to your liver, what it does to your kidneys, to your gut, the microbiome. She was just, randomly when we met up, she was just talking about it. And I said, Cora, you have to put it out there. You know so much based on her own story, because she was very ill at one point. And she cured herself by changing her eating habits and diving right in. And now she's a very, very amazing and successful nutrition coach. She's asked me to work with her because of the importance of the mindset as well in the process. Yeah, so that's how we got together. That's how we're now working on this 21-day detox. Currently, it's still only in German, but we're working on doing it in English as well. And we are over-delivering. It's amazing. All the content she's putting in there, the recipes, the do's and don'ts, the understanding of what individual food does to your organs, does to your body. And knowing that is so liberating, and it's such an epiphany, really. When I know those things, I don't want to give my body any other food anymore. It's just, I know what it does. I know what sugar does. I know what unhealthy fat does. And what I love about this program is that we're bringing it to the nitty-gritty. We're bringing it to the core, basic, essential knowledge that you need. Because I find, from my own awareness, yes, of course, there's so much wisdom and knowledge out there on the internet. But I want to know, and there are so many websites where you can order supplement foods, and then they say, yeah, vitamin D, vitamin B, it's all important, but nobody tells you that, it can't actually be broken down unless you have vitamin K in a combination, and the dosage is important. So what I'm saying is it's so complex. And we're basically making it so easy, just that you know exactly, I have to take this, that, and that. Because as you know already from my other programs, that I like solution. If there's a problem, I want a solution, and I want it fast. And I don't want to study anything and dive deep into anything. I just want to know, what do you want me to do? And I do it. I understand why I'm doing it, but I don't want to study it in too much depth. And that's what we're providing there. We're giving the outline, we're giving the background, yes, not only superficially, also with the understanding that it takes for you to actually want to implement it in your life. You know what I mean? And I am just a tiny little part there, referring to the mindset, working on the unconscious level that's stopping you from eating healthily, from, actually bringing up this willpower to treat your body well, okay? Now, and also I want to emphasize, yes, it's a 21-day detox, or, regardless now from our program that we're creating, I know many people at the moment, they're fasting, they're resetting their body. It's spring, like I said, it's spring. And we want to reset, we want to get our body into a good shape and be prepared for summer, for feeling good in ourselves. However, it's, for me, from my awareness, I have the expectation on myself, and perhaps you have the same. I want sustainable change. I want to sustainably change my eating habit and make it a lifestyle for myself. I want to make it a natural. And I've started and it's working. And yes, 80-20, like this 80% of fuel food. But then 20% allow yourself, to not even treat yourself. It's the wrong word. But, to eat something that's perhaps not fuel food, like stated above, right? So to have this understanding sustainably that you implement healthy eating behavior for yourself because you want to get old, but you don't want to get old crippled. You want to get old healthily, as a healthy, fit person, agile, able to travel, able to walk, able to enjoy life. And you want to avoid cancer, heart diseases, inflammation, fatty liver, and so on. All those diseases that are caused by processed food, unhealthy nutrition. The industry doesn't give a shit. They're making their profits. They're making money on us. And we're buying that shit. If nobody buys it, they won't be able to produce that. Sorry, I apologize my language, but it just makes me so angry. Because they don't care and they're putting hidden sugar into cereal for kids. That's a whole different topic, but it just gets me going, as you can tell. Now, avoiding diseases. Also, anti-aging is a positive side effect of eating healthily. Yeah? Your cells reproduce easier and you have more energy. And your body has the energy to reproduce. Yeah, to rejuvenate cells. Hormones get into balance again. A big one for me. Hormones are totally neglected in the school medicine. Yeah. And having more energy is a huge aspect. Sleeping, being free of insomnia, sleeping like a baby at night. Just living your best life for yourself and treating yourself accordingly, right? Now, doesn't that sound great and too good to be true? No, it isn't too good to be true. It's actually true. And it's up to you to make a choice, to live that healthy lifestyle. And it's about you finding, that's very important for me when I work with people, to find your ideal perfect plan, your ideal way of getting to this self-love and to this, healthy body image on a daily basis, because it takes daily routines and they have to fit into your life. Whether you're working full-time, whether you're a mother of 1 child, 5 children, or you have a pet, whatever condition you're living in, it has to fit into your life. Otherwise, you're not going to do it, right? And that's how, you need to be authentic and you need to be true to yourself. You can't make yourself do anything you don't want to do. Yes, it takes commitment. Yes, it takes discipline. However, it has to also flow, right? I can only speak for myself. And for my clients, I see it. I see it. When it doesn't flow, it doesn't flow. And it's just resistance there, constant resistance. Now, there we go. I do hope, yes, that you find your way. And I just want to emphasize again, different methods, different ways of approaching it, different ways of eating. For me now, for example, it worked so well in the past when I wanted to get my weight down after gaining 10 kilo after a setback in my life. I did low carb. I could easily do without carbs. And I combined it with intermittent fasting. I wouldn't eat after 6 or 7 at night. That worked perfectly for me. It was so good. I lost 1 stone, 6 kilograms within a month. and I was feeling great. And then you just proceed from there. You just either continue doing it until you have your dream weight, your dream body. You feel good in yourself, whatever that means, okay, for you. Or you like to count calories. I have a friend, that's nothing for me at all, but my friend, she loves counting calories. It gives her control. She loves doing that. Or food combining. My brother loves food combining, just to combine certain foods he can eat. And, some food doesn't work with the other. And he lost loads of weight in the past because of that. The best option, however, is eating whatever you like, not to deprive yourself of anything. And that as a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. And do the 80-20, 80% of fuel food, healthy eating. Yeah? And all in moderation. Have a bag of crisps, have a bar of chocolate once in a while if you want. 70% chocolate is supposed to be healthier, but I don't like it. So rather have one little piece of the one that I like. I'm actually not a chocolate person. I'm more the salty type for nuts and stuff. But anyway, whatever you like, you can do it. You can eat it, just in moderation. So, just to wrap it up here now, your mind, your commitment, your awareness is key to everything. So, first of all, you commit. You decide to make a change. Secondly, you work on your mindset. You get to the nitty-gritty of those underlying beliefs and issues, or not issues even, it's just behavior. Yeah? Why do you act? Why do you think? Why do you feel like that? And as long as you haven't resolved those underlying issues or behavior towards yourself, towards your eating habits, why are you depriving yourself of sport, exercise, self-care? Then once that's resolved, you can do it. That's when the magic happens. And there won't be any turning back. I promise you that. Yes, you can, get into a phase of old habits, but this awareness is there, and you've experienced the good times, the energy, the well-being, the wanting to go out there, the loving of getting into that dress, closing that jeans, putting that belt around your waist, Does it ring a bell? Do you like what you're hearing? So, like I said, I've been there, done that. I can totally relate, and I'm telling you now, you can do it. If you're in a position where you just you're happy in your body, you can even be happy in your body, but treat it well. Or do this detox as well for the reset in the spring. It's so good. It's such a beautiful feeling to know that your gut is empty and it's the microbiomes in your gut are healthy again, and you can start fresh. It gives you so much. It's such a beautiful quality of life, I assure you. So, spring is here, sun is shining, I'm boiling hot, it's still shining into my window here. I guess I'm going to take a cold shower now. Thank you for listening. And I do hope that today's episode gave you some inspiration and perhaps the last nudge that you needed to get into action. Okay, now take care and talk to you very soon. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to today's podcast. I really appreciate your presence. Now, if you want to experience the full power of your subconscious mind, to manifest more abundance and self-worth, leading to more success and overall contentment from within, well, I've got a gift for you. The Self-Worth and Success Hypnosis audio on my website is available for you as a free download. It helps you to unconsciously let go of negative self-talk and money or receiving blocks. You get to rewire and reprogram your mind for success and abundance. This recording has already helped so many people to let go of limiting beliefs and negative blueprints that they didn't even know they had. You can find their testimonies on my website. I promise it's so powerful. Also, I would love to invite you to join my value-packed Visionary Masterclass program. It teaches you all about the power of your thoughts and how to get out of your comfort zone and reach a higher self. You learn step by step how you can reach your goals by setting a focused intention and experience more self-love and a healthy body image with ease and energetic alignment within only 21 days. You can find all my offers and content on my website www.soniamariahorn.com/en. And of course, you can find all the links in the show notes. So I look forward to seeing you next time on the Self-Worth Accelerator podcast. Until then, take care and reach out to me anytime. I'm here for you.